is no person on planet Earth with a bigger ego than Donald Trump. Oh, maybe Barack Hussein Obama. But put him aside and let's focus on Trump. Trump's ego is huge. You know it, I know it, Donald knows it. So the question becomes, why are so many people willing to support a guy who spends most of his time bragging about himself? Seriously, if you listen to his speeches, they're all the same. Never ever does a Trump speech fail to highlight how rich he is and how he's built a really big company. He boasts about The Apprentice and his golf courses and his hotels and his best-selling book, The Art of the Deal. If Donald Trump was your uncle or your neighbor or your brother, you would have told him by now to shut up. Really, I know I would. I would tell my brother, hey brother, seriously, enough already. But just the opposite happens with Trump. The more obnoxious he sounds, the more outrageous he gets, the more self-centered he is, the more he rises in the polls. So how and why is this person, who many people say is an egomaniac, sitting at the top of the polls for the past 7 months? Before I give you the answer, I want to guess a few things about you. I'm guessing you are completely fed up with Washington, D.C. I'm guessing you've had it with lying politicians like President Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Benghazi Clinton. You're outraged, like I am, to see our veterans living in the streets. It makes you want to cry, puke even, when you hear that every single day in America, 22 veterans commit suicide and nothing gets done about it. I'm guessing you're tired of paying high taxes so that illegal aliens could go to school for free. You're tired of driving to the Home Depot to see illegal aliens soliciting themselves on the corner for work in the same way prostitutes solicit Johns, and yet the cops do nothing about the illegals. You can't understand how gangs and drug dealers and drive-by killers are allowed to just run wild in the streets. You question why our borders are wide open. You want to know why your health premiums are so high, and that's if you have health insurance. Why are people burning down cities? And for Pete's sakes, how can we give Iran the license to build a nuclear weapon? And how can the strongest military on earth sit back when ISIS cuts off the heads of innocent people? Like him or not, Donald Trump is offering voters something no other candidate can, and it makes politicians and the media roll their eyes. But he has your attention because you feel it. Donald Trump truly wants to make America great again. I believe him, and if you don't, perhaps you should. And here's why. Donald Trump may have the ego of the Grand Canyon, but unlike your obnoxious brother and your know-it-all uncle and your vanity-bitten brother and that hot bag of air, Barack Hussein Obama, Donald Trump's ego produces results. He says he's going to create the best TV show, and he creates it. He says he's going to write the best-selling book, and he writes it. He says he's going to build the biggest buildings and the finest golf courses, and he builds them. Trump puts his money where his mouth is. And so, when he says he's going to deport the illegals and lower your taxes, and he's going to kill ISIS, and he'll bring back jobs from China, and he'll build a wall that's going to get paid by Mexico, somewhere in your heart you believe he's going to do it, because his report card says he's going to. And so that's why he leads in the polls, because he's real, he is proven, and he is the most ego-determined son of a gun on that stage. Now, I know some of you just can't get past the ego. Okay, let's assume you were correct. Let's say this is all about ego for him. So be it. Let his ego work for you. Because in order for Trump to get himself on that monument there on Mount Rushmore, he will have to fix America. He will have to fix all those things I just read out to you. He's going to have to make America great again. Let it work for you. That's all I have to say.